shell is as much a part of its body as
We're
our
gonna learn,
rib cage
chat.
is of ours. In fact, it is their rib cage, and their spine, and their vertebrae, and their sternum. Basically, a turtle's skeleton is inside out. And just like you can't take a skeleton out of a person, right? You can't take a turtle out of its shell either. But if you could, you'd probably be surprised by what you'd discover.
Here's the inside of a turtle.
That's Maria Wojciechowski, a biologist who's been studying turtle ecology for more than a decade.
Here's your shoulder girdle. Here's your hip girdle.
Notice how those hips and shoulders are actually inside the turtle's rib cage? Turtles are one of the only land animals on the planet with this feature. They're also some of the only animals that can breathe with their butts. You see, inside a turtle shell is a very particular respiratory system.
You will see the lungs towards the top here.
Now, most land animals breathe by expanding and contracting their ribs, which creates a natural pump that guides air in and out of their lungs. But turtles can't do this because their rigid shells don't expand. So instead, they rely on sheets of muscles within their...
Guys, I always thought that they're like a neck structure like this over here, dude. This looks like the, dude, like a ball sack shell, dude.
So instead, they rely on sheets of muscles within their shell to pump in oxygen through their mouths. That is, most of the time. Then there are other times when turtles breathe out the other end. More specifically, through what scientists call the cloaca. It's the same opening that turtles use to urinate, defecate, and lay eggs. And in some cases, it can double as a set of gills, sucking in water and absorbing the oxygen within. Scientists think that turtles do this when they're spending long periods of time underwater, like when they're hibernating.
It's multi-purpose, it's good.
If you look really closely at the inside of a shell, you'd discover another feature that helps with hibernating underwater. A scaffold-like structure that can store and release chemicals. That structure actually helps turtles breathe without any oxygen at all. It works like this. Many turtles hibernate in frozen ponds.
Okay, chat. I've learned enough. One last juicer. Do tortoises like being touched? Question mark.
A tortoise shell,
these are huge.
As their skin, obviously. When you touch the shell, they know that's happening.
Guys.
So it's not just like
you would never do this, okay? But just as a question, if you were to shoot a gun at the shell, would it ricochet? Would it block it? Is that enough armor?
It's a big stone rock on their back that they can't feel. They do understand the different tactile sensations when you are tapping and touching that shell. Tortoises enjoy different tactile sensations, rubbing, scratching, that kind of thing. So when we go in there with them, and we're kind of engaging with them, we'll kind of rub their shell, we'll scratch their neck a little bit, and when we do that, they extend that neck out. They look like they're enjoying it a little bit, and that's just something we kind of do to interact with the tortoises on a daily basis.
That's cute. Well, why don't they wash his mouth, dude? It looks like there's fucking moss in there, dude. Guys, why don't they help the fucking thing, dude? Poor thing. It has literal rock moss growing on top of his fucking lips, man. Help the thing, yo.
Damn, 16 months of subbing.